British comedian and actor Russell Brand was granted bail today after making his first court appearance. About a month ago, British prosecutors charged Brand with several counts, including rape, indecent assault, oral rape, and sexual assaults.
Brand has denied all the allegations against him. The charges stem from alleged incidents involving 4 women, one as young as 16, between 1999 and 2005. He maintains that all of his relationships have been consensual.
NBC News international correspondent Molly Hunter is following the case for us. Molly, good morning. So just walk us through what happened during today's hearing.
Yeah, and guys, today is more like an arraignment, they don't call that here in the UK in the same way that we do in the US, but he basically had to show up, which he did, and he was mandated to show up last month when these charges dropped. He had to confirm his name, his addresses, both in the US and the UK, and then he was basically released on what they call conditional bail. Again, it's not like in the US where you actually have to pay a bond to release, but he has to let the court know if he moves, if he travels, if he changes address.
We know he currently spends most of his time in Florida, so just kind of looking at what happens next here, and given the nature of the charges he's facing, is he going back and forth? Is he staying in England? What do we know? We've asked. We don't know. And they didn't specify that in today's hearing. What we do know, Savannah, is that the next date on the clock is May 30th. They've called this a trial preparation hearing, and they moved the court location to a very famous court here called the Old Bailey. Now, as far as going back and forth, he has said previously, we heard that video last month on social media where he said he looks forward to defending himself. So on the layman's perspective, it appears that he certainly wants that day in court. So I'm not sure if he's deemed a flight risk, but he definitely has to let the court know if he moves location at all. But again, that May 30th date, you guys, it's a little bit confusing, is not actually the start of the trial. There will be a couple milestones before we actually see Brand, for example, on the stand, or we see his lawyer arguing for his case.
And Molly, if he is convicted, what kind of penalty could he face?
It really varies over here in the UK. So if convicted of rape, there's actually no statutory minimum sentence for rape. The maximum sentence is life sentencing. But the legal experts that are commenting on this case say that it really varies kind of about the circumstances, what charges specifically. So we'll be watching very closely, guys, of course.
All right, Molly Hunter, appreciate the update. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.